Do-do-do. Come on, baby, let the good times roll. Come on, baby, let the good times roll. Roll all night long. Ah, there we are. Hello, I'm singing to you. I'm quitting things because my Wi-Fi is jamming up. Jamming the Wi-Fi. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Snowfields. I don't know why. Sometimes you can see it there. Now you can see it. Snowfields. Good morning. Happy New Year. Happy New Year from snowy, snowy New England. Let's take a breath together. Inhale and exhale. Good morning, dear. Lovely to see you. I'm getting my quote ready for you all because it went away. It's January and the theme for the month is starting anew. Imagine that. But not restarting, not building on an old foundation, although of course we have all of the gifts of our life up until now. It is all about discovering who you are in this moment and building anew. Start up. Start up. How many of you have worked in a startup? I miss seeing you on Zoom. I miss seeing you when we're on live. If you've ever been in a startup, put it in the chat. This place of being with startup energy is a place of really discovering and asking, what do you need around you for a startup? Who's your team? Who are your allies? Are they four-leggeds or two-leggeds? Are they seen or unseen? What's the foundation that you're putting around you? What kind of space do you need to be successful in your startup? What are the resources that will support you? So much of all of this is about connecting to love. That's why I'm here, and that's why I'll visit with you throughout this year as I do for now on Sunday mornings, and we'll see what manifests, what the universe wants to bring forward, what's asked of me, how I bring my service forward. So let's go drop in deeply. And do a little bit of unlearning this morning so that we can start anew, so that we can drop into starting. So everybody take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, and then bring all your attention to your heart. And move your breath there, in through your heart and out through your heart. Imagine that you could center yourself in your heart with your breath, your intention. And then each person is born with an unencumbered spot, free of expectation and regret, free of ambition or embarrassment, free of fear and worry. An umbilical spot, the place of life, where we're first connected to the divine, or maybe it's last connected to the divine. That place of coming in together. So put one hand on your heart and the other hand on your belly button, on your umbilical spot. That place of your belly has so many names, the Cusco in Andean mysticism, the Hara, your energy source, and the seat of your soul behind your heart. This place of divine light inside you. This place of divine light. This spot of grace. Your Inca seed. Your own true essence of you. It's a spot of grace that issues peace. So breathe in through your heart. Let your belly be so soft that it rises on your exhale, and then exhale by pulling your belly in and up. This spot of grace right behind you, behind your heart, inside your body, in front of your spine. Tap into it with your each inhale, and then exhale and plant it down into the earth so that it gets earth-kissed. Where earthlings, having humility is to be human, to be of the earth, hummus, of the earth. This place that I've called the Inca seed, not that the Andeans call the Inca seed, this place of the seed of the soul. Psychologists call it the psyche. Theologians call it the soul. Carl Jung called it the seat of the unconscious. Breathe into that space just behind your heart. And exhale down into the earth. Whether you refer to it as the Atman or the Dharma, or Rilke, one of my favorite poets, called it inwardness. And I'm told that Jesus called it the center of our loving. The center of our love. So let's take a seat in the center for this new startup, for starting anew. Breathe in again. Breathe out. As you bring your breath to that space behind your heart, to your inwardness, when we can connect with that place, it's to know who we are. And when we know who we are, then we can be forward in our purpose, be forward in what wants to start anew. Feeling our place in relation to the infinite and inhabiting it. So gather all your attention from your mind to your heart if you haven't already. If you're having difficulty coming to stillness today, inhale down through the crown of your head. Exhale out through your heart. Taking our place in relationship, taking your own place in relationship to the infinite and inhabiting it. And it's a constant thing of circling around our center and coming to center. You might have heard our cat meowing, the way cats sort of circle around to find their perfect spot to sit, and then they curl up. So find that way of circling around your own center. This is the work that I do in the world, the journey to the center, this 12 days to an awakened life, this stepping into the medicine wheel. This ancient map of consciousness that allows us to source from our center. So this is, according to Mark Nepo and some masters, the only thing worth teaching, how to uncover the original center and how to live there once we've restored it. How do we live out of our center when we're constantly being invited to get out of the center? Get out of there! Knocked around. Knocked out of our heart. Breathe, so breathe some love into that space. Next 3 breaths. Whatever's coming up for you in this place of starting anew, inhale some loving kindness. Exhale anything in the way of receiving that loving kindness. And do it again. Inhale loving kindness. Exhaling anything out of the way. And then close your eyes if you haven't already. And breathe your way beneath any troubles or uncomfortableness. Many words looking for that. Be the way a diver slips under the water into the depth of stillness that's always waiting just beneath. So imagine yourself going deeper and deeper into the stillness. And now in that stillness, consider 2 things that you love doing. What do you love in your body? Is it swimming, diving, running, drawing, dancing, singing? Maybe it's gardening or skiing, walking in the woods in a new snow. What is it that comes up? 2 things to sort of orient you in space. And what is it of each of these things that makes you feel alive? That brings you that life force, that creative energy. And lift those things up, those qualities. Hold them in front of you, one from each. What do they have in common? Maybe they're very different. Very different for me, skiing and diving, but very both connected to the natural world and to the beauty. Hold those qualities before you and breathe slowly. And as you feel the character of these qualities, the stillness or the grace, the joy, the spaciousness, maybe it connects you to the infinite, opens you to source, to your own divinity, to your own creation energy. What happens when you draw and draw and draw on a white page and an image unfolds from the paper before you? What is the quality that arises in you? Hold that quality from the drawing, from the skiing, from the swimming, and feel now, breathing slowly, feel the spot of grace that these things mirror within you. The qualities that are in you already. That the universe vibrates back to you. The truth, the grace of who you are. Of who you're here to be, shining your light. So then bring that quality alive in you. Honor it, draw it in with your hands into your heart and your belly. Allow it to awaken, to remember as you start anew in 2021. What is your new startup? Bring these qualities as values forward, out into the startup of you. Maybe they're part of your core values of who you are. One of the first startups that I worked helped to start up for 10 years of my life in human resources. Interesting. This beauty that we had of our values and believing that anything was possible, or nothing is impossible. Everything is possible. That we create with absolute integrity with everything we do. That we work with the best possible people around us. What are the core values for your startup this year? What have you discovered of these 2 beautiful places that you love to visit with, that you love doing or being in the world? Allow those things that make you feel alive, that connect you to your soul, to come forward in your life, to be part of your daily plan, to be part of your annual plan as you unfold into 2021. It's been a deep pleasure to be with you this morning. Breathe in all that startup energy. Make some notes to yourself this morning. What would you like to bring to start anew? What will support you in this year? Have this week be about that, about sinking in to the time, allowing a vision without pushing to create right now, knowing that it's unfolding like the moon, that at this new moon that's coming in another week, that we could sit down and then plant the seeds of what we've leaned into in these coming 8 to 10 days. Thank you for joining me from wherever you've been, wherever you are. As you tune into your heart today and practice this meditation maybe a couple more times, slow down, please share in the chat whatever has nourished you from this, and what are your values? What are those qualities that you carry in the seat of your soul, in the seat of who you are? Happy 2021. Happy New Year. Have a fantastic day. I'm Julie Hannon, and I'll see you next week. Namaste.